Blessings.
Diablo.
Delayed.
I'm on a delay
Wait.
today. Hold on. 1 second.
Yeah.
Oh, that's delicious. I'm waiting for this all day.
I don't know if I told you, but I'm going to Puerto Rico here soon. So I got to train my liver. That's what this is.
That's exactly what this is. We got to get back on track. Anyway, hi guys. Welcome back to the What Can Go Wrong podcast. My name is Jules, Julia, that loud Mexican bitch. And Gaslighter.
Ghost Hunter.
Anything else you want to add to my name? No, perfect. To my right, I have,
as always, Pierre. Puerto Rico Pierre. You tell by this fucking outfit I got on, man. This shit is dope.
oh my God.
How much I paid for this thing? Yeah, I'm wearing it more than once.
How much did you pay for that whole thing?
Well, it was a birthday gift.
Yeah.
I paid in sacrifice and torture and all the shit you used to do. I fucking paid for this fucking outfit, all right?
In your childhood, you paid for it? Ay, Dios mío. Well, lovely. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. If you can't tell, Pierre is going to Puerto Rico. He has a whole fit going. The headphones didn't go with his fit, so he doesn't even have to wear headphones. Isn't that terrible? All right, let's get straight into today's motherfucking topics, because this topic is an oldie but a goodie. It's something that happened way back in the day, right?
Way back in the day. And it actually came via a viewer.
Okay.
A viewer reached out to us.
Listener, you mean?
Well,
okay.
They also view
us.
Okay, I tell you about correcting me, bitch.
I'm just saying, motherfucker. Okay, go ahead.
How can I be a man if you do this every fucking time?
You can't be a man. All right, go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
Like I said, a listener said, people send us memes and shit all the time.
Yeah.
And so this one came from Big Rob, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Country. And it happened to be a old commercial called, what is it called? This is what I call music now?
Now that's what I call music.
Now that's what I call music.
Volume 3.
3. And I don't like to bring race too much, but this is when white people were pristine. This was straight Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears before she got crazy.
Okay.
And I fucking watched that whole goddamn commercial. Actually, after he sent that clip to me, I went back and I was like, I want more. And I started going down a fucking dark hole. I started Googling all these commercials. And
now that's what I call music?
I fucking loved it. CDs. And it made me start thinking of high school, because these came out during my high school year.
Okay.
And I brought it up to Jules. I was like, Jules, let's talk about our past.
Oh, God.
High school. Because we had totally different experiences in high school. We went to the same high school.
Right.
And it was completely different. You didn't look out for me. You didn't warn me.
You needed to learn your lesson by yourself. Damn. Like, that's what it was about.
Because I didn't have enough heartbreak. My dad left.
Yeah, my dad left too, motherfucker.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad left too.
Okay. Tell me about your experience. Because we went to pretty much the same high school, middle school, elementary.
Right.
You went to North High School. What year was it? Your freshman year?
Class of, it was 2000? Because I graduated in 04. Yeah.
Fuck.
So 2000.
That's 25 years ago. God damn. Do you still talk to anybody from back then?
Jess, beautiful J.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's 25.
Yeah.
Does it feel like 25 years ago?
No, it doesn't. Thanks for reminding people that I'm 43.
All right. So tell me about your freshman year.
So my freshman year, the cool thing is my older sister had a car. Okay. So
our family had a car.
Yeah, we had a car. So she drove us to school. I didn't have to worry about the bus. But because she was already in high school, she was like a junior, I think, when I was a
freshman.
Yeah. I went in thinking I was too cool for school. I wouldn't even have the free lunch that we would get. Like, I was too cool for the free lunch.
You would not eat the free lunch.
No.
Is this like a body shame thing?
No, it was I'm not trying to
wait
in that long ass line with all the other poor kids.
The whole school was poor.
I know, but I didn't want to be one of those poor kids.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, so what I did was I was a forward thinker, okay? And one of my electives, I knew that if you elected photography as your, that's what they're called, right?
Yeah, it's an elective class.
That you can go off campus. They would put the little sticker on your school ID that said off campus allowed. And because photography, you went off campus.
Bitch, did you own the camera?
No, they had cameras in school.
It was like a digital. Was it digital or like the old school?
No,
was
it was digital.
shitty?
It was digital.
Okay.
It was digital. Yeah, we had SD cards and everything. Yeah.
Who told you about that? Or do you just like, you did your homework, you were like, yo, I'm going to leave campus.
No.
I'm going to take this class.
I think our older sister had told me about that. Like, hey, if you want to go off campus, make sure that you get into photography because you get the sticker. And I was like, all right, bet, cool. So what I did was I would go to like one block down from the school, and they had a bakery there. And that bakery...
In Spanish? En español?
Una panadería. Panadería Rosales.
Yeah, Panadería, that shit's whatever. Still there.
It's still there. And they sold tortas for $3.50. Ham tortas for $3.50. And I was like, bet, that's my jam. And that's what I would eat for lunch.
But it wasn't regular ham. It was a Mexican ham.
Yeah,
because it doesn't say ham. It just says food. FUD.
Right.
And fuck, man, that thing was loaded with mayonnaise. Did you ever get it with the chilies?
With the jalapenos?
Yeah, because they put it in a Ziploc bag. They tie that shit up. So you had money. You had a car, money, and you got to leave school.
Right. Yeah, that was my jam. That was freshman. And then...
Freshman.
Sophomore year came, and I ended up at a class with the teacher's name was Mr. Salazar. And everybody that went to North had Mr. Salazar as their teacher.
What did he teach? Tell them.
I don't remember.
Chicano Studies.
Chicano Studies. Okay. I couldn't remember.
He was Edward James Olmos.
He was. Stand and deliver.
Yeah, he had the fucking... he did have some craters in his face. Yeah. Old school Chicano, dude. He was a funny fucking teacher, man.
Yeah. And so I remember his class because I was in class one day. Well, first of all, I got to rewind. Before I got to class, he was like my first period class. I got into an argument with my older sister. She was like, I'm not going to school today. And I'm like, I'm not taking the fucking bus. Like, we're going to school.
Too good for the bus. Okay.
Yeah. And she's like, no, I don't want to fucking go to school today. And I was like, bitch, we are going because we're fucking going. So she was like, I'm not fucking going. And I was like, bet, bitch. So I took the fucking car keys and I drove myself to school.
Did you know how to drive?
Yeah, I knew how to drive.
Were you licensed?
No, I wasn't.
Was this
licensed.
Legal?
No, it wasn't legal. No.
You
Car wasn't insured.
13 years old.
No, I was sophomore. So I had to have been like 15. Yeah.
Which car was this?
The little red car.
Fuck. The Suzuki Swift.
Yeah.
God damn.
Stop telling people that. So anyway, I drive myself to school and I leave my sister at the house. And I'm like, you know what, bitch?
Legally.
Yeah, whatever, bitch. Like, I'm trying to be a good student. So I show up to school. I'm in Mr. Salazar's class and I'm there for like 30 minutes and we're doing our work. And then the phone rings to the class.
Yeah.
And Mr. Salazar answers the phone and he's like, okay, yeah, give me just a minute. She'll be right down. And then he's like, hey, Jules, they need you down in the office. And I'm like,
fuck.
For what, bud?
Nah, but that wasn't me, dog. I didn't do that.
I was like, for what? I was like, what do they need? And he was like, they didn't say, they just need you down in the front office.
I would have thought that. I'm like, nah, man, I want my lawyer present.
Yeah.
Police cannot talk to me unless the guardian's here.
Right. That's what I should have said.
Fuck.
So no, stupid ass me suspects nothing. And so I go downstairs and Mr. Salazar's class was on the 3rd floor. So I go all the fuck way downstairs to the 1st floor. And I go to the office and I'm like, somebody called down for me. And they're like, who the fuck are you? Nobody.
Like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah. They're like, why are you out of class?
Them front desk. Oh my God. Yeah. The women who worked the front desk were catty as fuck.
They're sassy bitches. Yeah. So they were like, nobody called for you. What are you talking about? Who called? What person from the front office called for you? And I was like, I don't know. They just told me to come downstairs. And they're like, no, bitch, go back to class. So I was like, that was weird. And then I start thinking, somebody actually called for me. What the fuck is going on? I'm trying to connect the dots. Okay. So I go back up to the 3rd floor. And the girl that sits behind me, she's like, hey, your sister was just here. You just missed her. And I was just like, that fucking bitch.
Don't say?
Yes. So I go immediately, rip my backpack open, fucking car keys gone.
So your teacher was cool with some student coming in the classroom.
He knew her. He knew her because she took his class. Everybody took his
Nobody
class.
said except she just walked into the classroom, opened up your bag, took the keys out.
Took car keys out, yeah.
Fuck.
And she was like, fuck you. And so my friend, she was like, yeah, she just left. You just missed her. And I was like, fucking bitch. And so I was like, Mr. Salazar, I was like, how you going to let my sister fucking take car keys out my backpack? And he was like, I didn't know you guys were fighting about car keys. That's none of my business. I have nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Sit down and learn about fucking brown pride. So he's like, that's not my business. And I was just like, you know what? That's some fucking bullshit. So I'm like, I need to call her. So I get the school phone and I'm calling her.
Yeah.
And she picks up the phone laughing.
Manically.
Yeah. And I was just like, you fucking bitch. She was like, ha ha, you dumb bitch. You thought you got one over on me? Who's laughing now? Who's laughing now? Ha 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 ha.
I hear the laugh. I can hear it in my head.
Oh my God. And I was just like, this fucking bitch, man. And then I go out of the class and I see her, Carla, and Beautiful Jay, all three of them running down the hall.
Oh, shit.
They're running to the stairway. And so I see them cut the corner. Boom. The doors open to the stairway and they're gone.
They're gone.
I'm not going to chase them.
So she didn't do it solo.
No, she had accomplices.
So hold up. I got to ask a question. Who was friends with who first?
So our older sister was friends with the twins first. They were in the same grade.
Oh, yeah. They got loyalty.
Yeah, they were in the same grade. I was one grade below. They were
So
2 grades below.
Did Dulce take the bus there?
No. So Beautiful Jay and her sister, they had a car. And so they fucking...
Buyers.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah. They drove her there. She stole my car keys, her car keys, whatever, our car keys.
The family's car keys.
The family car keys, yeah.
Family.
And I had to get a ride from somebody that day back home because I was not going to take the bus. I fucking said I'm not taking the bus, and I did not take the bus.
That's funny. Fuck.
Yeah. It was, I was pissed. But oh no, we still talk about it to this day. Like, remember that time that we fucking got you?
Remember that time you almost made me take the bus?
Yeah, exactly. I was pissed.
You learn from the best. You learn from the best.
I didn't learn. No, fuck that. Now, oh my God. So yeah, if there's any high schoolers that are listening, don't do that. That's a bad idea. So then we'll move on to my sophomore year. No, wait, junior year. This is when I became a water girl. I was a water girl for the football team.
Oh.
Yeah, they were stinky. Boys stink so bad.
I don't like to judge, but when I was there, the water girls were some hoes. Why the fuck did you be a water girl? Was it like extra credit?
No, I think it must have been extra credit, but our older sister was a water girl, and she was like, bitch, if you need a ride, like, we're going to these football games. And I'm like, motherfucker.
Not good. Were you doing it just to get in with the football players?
I didn't like any of those football players. They all, oh my God. I'm
going
to start gagging.
You are no Benny the Jet.
Yeah, none of them were Benny the Jet. None of them. I was like, fuck y'all. Y'all, I can't deal. I cannot deal. So, no. But I didn't have like a group. Like, I wasn't like with the emo kids or with the Mexican kids. Like, I didn't fit in with any specific group. Like,
mean ass girls?
Yeah, mean ass girls. Maybe is that a group? The mean girls? Yeah. On Wednesdays we wear pink. We didn't wear pink on Wednesdays. And so because of that, I was just like, school is stupid. I don't need to be in school. So I dropped out.
Were you the first one to drop out in the family?
No.
Oh, so you were just following.
I was just following the lead.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, I can drop out as a fucking junior and just fucking get.
You know how much money I can make as a banker?
Yeah, exactly.
TCF is hiring.
I can start working at the bank whenever I want. So I did. I dropped out, and then I was just like, I'm smart enough. I can take my GED. So I went, took the GED test the first try, passed it, and then
where'd you take it at?
At Emily Griffith.
Fuck. And you passed it on the first try?
Yeah.
Did you study?
No, it was just basic shit that I had already learned in school.
I mean, it wasn't just basic shit. I mean, they had some questions in there that were hard.
No, I mean, yeah, I didn't get like 5 out of 5 stars out of in each category, but I passed. So yeah, I got my GD and then started going to work. Motherfucker, I had to get to work. That's not motherfucker.
You didn't have no kid. You didn't have no rush. You were like, I just need money.
I just need more money. These $3.50.
I can't be poor.
Yeah, I can't be poor. I'm not gonna be poor for the rest of my life. Yeah. Plus, fucking community college doesn't give a fuck if you get your GD. You don't have to have a certain GPA or nothing.
That's some real shit. Like I always think about that. Like nobody. Once I got into the workforce.
Yeah.
Nobody checks up on GED. You could just tell a motherfucker, yeah, I got my GED. Nobody gives a fuck. I thought it was like bad or like disdained or not looked upon well if you had a GED. Nobody gives a fuck. No, I was like, I got to save this GED just in case somebody asks me for it. No one's ever asked me for a certification.
Yeah, no. I tell them all kinds of shit. They believe me.
So you finished high school junior year.
Yeah.
Water Girl, you're like, I can't do this shit.
Can't do it no more. I was like, this isn't for me.
You fucking buster.
Yeah. So anyway, before we get on to your experience of high school.
Yeah, let's tell the truth.
Yeah, we'll tell the truth, but we're going to take a quick commercial break before we get there. So we'll be right back, guys.
Hey. Diablo.
That's right, motherfuckers.
I mean, it is the devil that drives us to drink.
Yeah, I don't know why you say blessing when we open up a can of beer or seltzer, whatever. Same thing. Same. Anyway.
Yeah. Training
your liver?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Now, I want to tell my truth.
All right. Let's hear it.
My high school. How I lived throughout high school. You had it pretty cush.
I did not. I had some trauma.
You had an older sister who stole your car keys that you stole first.
Yeah. I was just trying to go to school and be like a good student.
Okay. So there's age difference between us.
Right.
So when I was a freshman, this was 2004.
Okay.
Right? You already had your GED.
Right.
So I didn't have anybody to guide me through high school.
Right.
And because I grew up with you, I just assumed everybody was a fucking bully. And
what? You serious? Okay. All right. Go for it. It's your truth. Go for it.
And, you know, I don't like to sound like a fucking broken record, but our dad wasn't around.
Right.
So we didn't have much supervision growing up. And do you remember what you used to let us watch on HBO? Late night? Oz. Oz, bitch.
Oh, that's right.
Oz.
That was a good show.
For those of you who don't know, Oz was a TV show about prison.
Yeah.
Dudes getting raped, and I associated that with high school. Because I was like, yo, these seniors, it's going to be me like coming off the bus, walking into the fucking yard.
Fresh meat.
Yeah, and people are like, fresh meat. What's that up with that fish?
Oh, God.
So that's what I thought high school was going to be. I thought I was going to get raped.
Oh, my God.
Just because I was freshman.
Trauma from a fucking TV show.
So my first day of high school was it was full with anxiety, right? Because nobody was there to fucking tell me what's what. Right. I thought I was going to get raped. And so I was like, yo, tight ass, bud. Yeah. Ain't nobody fucking with me. So I go to high school and, you know, my mom, she did help me out because this was the first year I've ever had to use a locker. I've never had a locker before. Middle school.
You didn't have a locker in middle school?
No.
I had a locker in middle school.
So, you know, I reached out to my mom. I was like, hey, Ama, are you busy? Are you sleeping? I was like, I don't know how to open up a locker. And just that, it was super simple. Yeah. Just going up to my mom and say, hey, I don't know how to do this. And she was like, ¿Cómo que no sabes?
Yeah.
And she was like, go talk to your sisters. I was like, absolutely not. So
you're gonna kill me.
Luckily, she took me to, it was like a pre-high school class. It was at the community center, at the rec center. And they showed everybody how to open up a locker. I realized you clear it twice, one number, left, right.
Yeah.
But that was the least of my problems, right? Fucking opening a locker and remembering where it was at, that was the least of my fucking problems.
Okay.
Unlike you, I loved getting free lunch. I felt bad for people who had to pay for their lunch.
Really?
Because they were like, oh, man, do you got 75 cents? I was like, what do you mean? Lunch is free, bro. They're like, no.
It's not free.
It's not free.
Yeah.
Oh, no, fuck.
It is
I
for
love
me.
that shit. I put that pin in, bud.
Yeah.
And I remember at this time, they had salads in a cup. Do you remember that?
No. I didn't get free lunch. I didn't eat on campus.
So it's not like McDonald's, because McDonald's had the fucking same thing. Okay. It was like a salad in a cup, and you pour the ranch in, and then you shake the fuck out of it.
Okay.
Right? And I was like, oh, I'm being healthy. I'm going to get that salad. And at lunch, I had pretty much the same group of friends that I grew up all throughout elementary and middle school with. At that time, I don't know. I was just like, I was timid because of you, bitch. I didn't talk to people unless they talked to me first.
Okay.
Freshman year was rough.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad I went through it because it made me tougher.
I think if I had been in the same school with you, it would have been worse for you.
It would have been worse.
Yeah. Okay.
They're like, your sister's name's in the boys' bathroom.
For beating up boys?
And I think it's fucked up that you didn't give me the tips.
What were the tips?
So when I was a freshman, I could not leave campus.
Oh, sucks for you, buddy.
I didn't think to take an elective. And plus, I didn't have money to buy a fucking torta.
Yeah.
I've been to that panaderia. That shit was good as fuck.
They were.
And they gave you old school. They would give you a bag of chilies in a Ziploc bag, and they would tie it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't drink that shit. So freshman year went by. I just kind of like skated by. I didn't really talk to anybody. I skated. And then my sophomore year, and that's when I hit my growth spurt, because I was pretty short at this point. And I think I got to 6 feet sophomore year. That's where I got too big.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm fucking bad, bud. That's why I was like, Jules can't fucking choke me out no more, bud. Fuck that bitch.
I'll still beat him up. I don't care.
And unlike you didn't give me fucking rides to school.
No.
Because you had to go to work.
Yeah.
So I had to fucking take 2 buses. Yeah. School started at 8 o'clock. I had to be out on the street at 6 to take 2 buses to school.
Sucks for you, buddy.
So I fell into this like ditching. I was like, fuck it, man. I'll just ditch.
Yeah. And
I got pretty lazy with it because I didn't really have anywhere to go. So I would just act like I was getting ready and then hide in my bedroom closet.
Oh, my God.
And I'd just put a bunch of fucking dirty clothes on top of me. I was like, yo, my mom's never going to fucking find me. And of course, guess what?
She found you.
Well, because I was fucking snoring, but she like hit me fucking snoring. So I started ditching a lot.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I got expelled, which is crazy. Like, expulsion because you don't go to school.
Yeah, they're like, don't come back. You haven't been here, but we just want to make sure you don't come back.
So I got expelled, and I've told this story before. This is where I go to an alternative high school.
Right.
Which one was it? Fuck, I mixed them up. I want to say it was Emerson.
I thought it was Think Smart.
No, that was later on.
Oh, okay.
So I go to Emerson Street School, and these were some fucking badass kids. These were like kids who like stabbed people. They were like legit there. I was there just because I was ditching.
Right.
So I go through this whole thing, almost catch the building on fire, hang out with some fucking Sudanese.
Oh, my God.
I was just trying to fit in, and finally my time was up. Now I can go back to North.
Yeah.
So when I go, this is my
junior
year.
Yeah.
And I'm walking in for registration, and one of the football coaches, he's like, stops me. He was like, hey, what's your name?
You big boy.
Yeah. I was like, Pierre. He was like, you ever play football? I was like, and I was ecstatic because an adult taking interest in me, not sexually. I was like, I could have done anything for this dude. And he was like, you ever play football?
Yeah.
I was like, no. He was like, we need you on the team. We need you.
Oh, my God.
We can't make it without you. And he fucking got me, bro. He sold me on it. So I joined the fucking football team, and our football team was garbage. We were mostly known for track because we had like some dude from Kenya who was just killing it.
Yeah.
So I joined the football team, and this year I start turning things around because this is where I start finding Jesus.
Here we go.
So I joined football, and I didn't really think of it because you have to pay to play football. It was like, well, you got to pay for your uniforms, your pads and shit.
Yeah.
And I didn't really think of it because we were poor. Yeah. And I was like, Mom, it's just $200. Don't you want to? I can take us out of the hood. Yeah. I could do this.
I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna end up in the NFL.
Yeah. So luckily, our mom, she paid for that shit, and it was a little cultish. It was a little Kool-Aid cult type vibe.
Right.
So, like I said, I was already kind of getting close with the church because I took an elective class, and this was the same year I was working a summer camp.
Right.
Which is wild. That they fucking hired me. I had no work experience. I was getting paid $100 a week to to work at summer camp.
Child labor laws were nothing to them.
No. So, you know, I was down. I was down for the cause. So I played football that year, and I only played 2 games because I was ineligible because my grades were so fucking horrible.
Yeah.
So I started playing football, and people started inviting me to Bible study. They're like, hey, but you like football, right?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. They're like, do you like Jesus and football? I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? They're like, oh, you got to come to fellowship. And they tricked me because they said, oh, if you come during lunch, we'll give you pizza. And it was all the football players and I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah.
It was super weird. So I thought I was getting close to the Lord. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, I'll show up. And
this pizza, fuck yeah. Was it Little Caesars?
No, I think it was Domino's.
Okay.
It was fancy. So I do that all fucking junior year, sorry.
Yeah.
And, you know, I started getting weird vibes.
From the church people?
No, from the football team.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was very weird. And I don't know, man. I was like, fuck this. I can't do this shit anymore. Yeah. And unfortunately, I ended up getting expelled because I kept doing the same fucking thing. I just wouldn't go to school.
Right.
And it's crazy. I was like, there's no way they're going to expel me again. And this is when I go to Think Smart.
Oh, okay. So they did expel you.
Oh, I did get expelled.
Yeah.
My junior year. So, and I've said this before on the podcast, but this was an alternative school that our younger brother was going to.
Yeah.
And I should have known it was fucking bad. A school named Think Smart. And this is, I'm not going to rehash it, but he acted like he didn't know me.
Yeah, he did you dirty.
And, you know, I was at that school for a year. I did my fucking time like a man.
Yeah.
I got in some trouble. But then, guess what? The school year was over because when you're expelled, it's only for 1 school year.
Yeah.
So I was like, bet. My senior year, this is going to be great. Yeah. I'm going to make it. And I joined the football team once again.
Oh, God, here we go.
And
the culty ass fucking football team, but okay.
But I was actually good. You know what I'm saying? Because I was on
or
football.
Part of the cult.
A little bit of both. So on football, I was really good. And I remember the first game I could play, I broke through. I was defense, so I broke through the fucking line, and I felt somebody hit the fuck out of me. I fell on the floor, and apparently it was the dude who had the ball. I broke through the line. Yeah. I didn't see him. He blasted me, and everyone was like, "Yo, Pierre, you did a great job." I was like, "Who the fuck was that dude? I didn't even know that." And I was like, "Oh, this football shit's gonna work out."
Yeah.
Finally, we make it to All City because we actually did good that year.
Oh shit!
And I was like, "Oh fuck yeah, man!" Everybody was hyped. People were like, "We haven't been to the championships in like 20 years."
Oh my god!
Old Chicana dudes were fucking telling us we're doing a great job. I go to that game. I tell my whole family to show up.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Whole family.
I remember showing up.
Our family has never showed up to anything for.
What are you talking about? Stop playing,
bitch.
Bitch.
Did the family ever come see you hand out water?
No, because I wasn't part of a fucking team.
Okay, but our family never went to go see the team.
Okay.
So we got destroyed. We played against George Washington.
Yeah.
Bro, the cover of the paper was me falling over because I couldn't keep up with him. I was like, I'm not going to be tired. So I fell over.
Right.
And him blowing through another fucking defensive player. And that was the front page of the paper.
That's hilarious.
It's just my big ass falling. They're like, the coach was so mad. He was like, why the fuck did you fall? I was like, I was going to catch him, coach. I was like, if I fall, I can rest a little bit.
Yeah. You're not going to let me rest.
And the family showed up and you made commemorative shirts.
Yeah, I made shirts.
We got destroyed 42-0. People were crying on the fucking bus. That was my senior year. Right? Unfortunately, I was not a good student. So I really wanted to graduate because I felt like that's what made you a good person.
Fuck that.
So I was like, all right, 5th year senior. I didn't think that was bad. I was a 5th year senior with freshman credits.
Yeah.
Which was crazy because, like, why the fuck would you let me back into school? Because the counselor, she was like, what are you trying to do? I was like, I just really want to make my dad proud.
Oh, my God. My dad.
Yeah. And she was like, were you at freshman 35 credits?
Yeah.
She was like, you're not gonna graduate. I was like, please let me try.
Yeah.
And she fell for that shit. So this is my senior year, super senior.
Super senior, yeah.
I was supposed to graduate in 2007.
Yeah.
Now I'm 2008. Can't hang. I'm like, yo, this is my fucking class.
Right.
Fuck, man. I just wish you would have gave me some advice, bitch.
I was busy taking.
I was fifth year senior. You could have been like, Pierre, take your GED.
Yeah, I was busy.
So I get to the point where like I realize I'm not going to graduate with my fucking 35 freshman credits.
Right.
So fifth year senior, I started going through some changes, right?
Okay.
And I don't know what drove me to this, but you remember when I had that mohawk?
I do remember the mohawk. It was right before you went bald.
I know. So I started rocking a fucking mohawk. Fifth year senior, I was like, yo, people are going to notice me. People are going to show me love. Maybe my dad will come back.
Oh, my God. He's dead.
I started rocking
He wasn't dead then. He was just gone by then. But okay, go ahead.
So I started rocking this fucking mohawk as a Mexican in 2008. Yeah. Unheard of.
Yeah.
And
it was long.
It was long as fuck. And I remember I would like talk to people. I'd be like, yo, can you believe this person touched my mohawk on the bus?
Yeah.
I was like, please talk to me. Please tell me I'm valid. So this is Mohawk Pierre.
You put the Gorilla Glue and then you blow dry it? Yeah.
That shit took forever. So
welcome to being a bitch. Like a girl. Welcome to, we have to do our hair every day.
Bitch. I know you. You were a water girl. You were not doing your hair every day.
I was doing my hair. I do my hair every day now. Anyway, go ahead.
So I was taking the bus and I had this mohawk and I felt like I was untouchable, right?
Right.
Fifth year senior, I'm doing good things.
Right.
And I didn't really think about my future at this time because I was like, yo, I can do this.
Yeah.
And my friends started fucking like, it was a very select group of friends I was with.
Right.
One of the dudes I was with, his name was Adrian. And it's funny because you were friends with his older brother. You knew his older brother.
Our older sister went to school with his older brother, and I knew him.
It was crazy to me that he went by Pee-wee. Yeah. I was like, why would you let somebody call you Pee-wee?
That's his fucking name, Pee-wee.
So me and Adrian, this is a fifth year senior, and I was able to leave fucking property for lunch.
Yeah, you were able to leave campus.
So we would walk to his house, and he lived kind of close to the fucking school.
Right.
It was like five blocks, whatever. And we would go to his house, and he would make these heart attack sandwiches. So I'm going to describe to you what it is. White piece of bread, fried bologna, 2 scrambled eggs, mayonnaise, bologna, 2 sunny side up, mayonnaise, bread, and we would eat these all the fucking time.
Yeah.
I would go to his house, and we'd eat these all the time at lunch.
You both were some fat boys.
We were. He was my size, too. And
okay.
The thing I learned when I was with him was his parents were still together.
Okay.
And he would fucking burn me, dog. So the first time I met his dad, I thought he was going to be mean because I thought all dads were fucking mean.
Yeah.
And so I was like, hola, ¿cómo estás, señor?
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm doing well. How are you? I was like, damn, man, your dad's fucking nice.
Yeah.
And then eventually I saw his mom and his dad together in the kitchen, and they didn't care that we were ditching.
Right.
And he would be like, yo, that's crazy, right? Can you imagine your mom and dad together? He was like, look at my mom and dad. They love each other. Oh, they love me, dog. They would never. And I was just like, I know you're being funny, man, but that fucking hurts, dog. That was the first time I realized that people can work things out.
Yeah. Not our parents. That's okay.
That's all right, though, because his dog died.
Oh, well, that sucks.
I got hit in the alley. His name is Mojo. I was like, yeah, motherfucker. Remember that time you were making fun of me, bud?
Remember when you reminded me that my dad left?
But our high school experiences were way different. You were not there for me. And
I was busy, motherfucker.
Opening fucking accounts at TCF,
bitch. I'm busy now. Listen, I'm there for you now. Okay, that's what matters as an adult.
And then after that, I tried to take my GED test.
Right.
I failed that shit 3 fucking times. The math, bro, the chick, she was like, on the second time, she was like, maybe you should go home and study. I was like, no, I'm going to do it right now. I passed that test by 1.
1 point?
By 1 fucking point.
There you go. That's all you need.
All right. We're going to take a fucking quick break.
All right. We'll be right back, guys. All right, motherfuckers. We still haven't finished our drinks, so we don't have a beer to crack at this moment. Anyway. We are moving on to the next segment of the podcast, which is Pierre's favorite fucking segment and your favorite segment.
Motherfucking shout outs, bro. Because you got to show love. You know what I'm saying? People give us love. I like to show love back.
Yeah. We got a comment on Spotify.
Is that our first one?
No, we've had multiple comments, but we just haven't talked about him.
Okay.
But I felt bad about this one because he wanted a shout out, and I was like, fuck, we should have shouted him out.
Guess what, motherfucker? Guess what you're getting, bud? A fucking shout out.
A shout out. Who is this for?
Galactic Chicano.
Yeah. Pierre is obsessed with your playlist, by the way.
I can tell by his playlist he's an old soul. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't none of this new shit. It was all old school music. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So shout out Galactic Chicano. All right, who's next on the list?
Motherfucking your friend,
my
Danny.
Bestie.
You know what I'm saying? You're going out to Tejas soon.
Yes.
Danny, shout out. You got to, please, all right? If she says she's good to drive, she's not good to drive. Put her in a fucking Uber, dog.
I'm always good to drive. I'm going to have a rental. It'll be fine. The company. By the time this episode comes out, I would have already been in Texas. Yeah. So shout out, Danny. Thank you for showing me a great time.
Hopefully you're still friends.
I'm just preemptively thanking her. Yeah. Hopefully nothing bad has happened, and we're besties. We got friendship bracelets on. Yeah. All right, who's next?
Who?
Motherfucking Bombtastic.
Alicia.
No, that's not how you say her name. It's just Bombtastic.
Bombtastic.
We're not going to say her name.
Shout out Bombtastic.
Shout out Bombtastic.
When are you going to come to Denver? You travel all around.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Denver? Why don't you like Denver? What's wrong with us?
It's a little Caucasian-y here.
She would love it. I mean, she would love the mountains, the shit we don't do, but
yeah.
Denver's not that bad, bro.
It's not that bad. Shout out Chavo 101.
As always.
Yeah.
Goddamn, one of these days I want to go to his backyard. I want to aspire to his level. You know what I'm saying?
Have a grill? You have a grill.
No, his backyard is on point.
All right.
It's nice.
All right, Chavo. Let us know when we're invited.
We won't flake, I promise.
Yeah, we won't flake. All right. And then we're going to do this one as a combo. The Bryans.
Brian. No, they're two separate people.
All right, fine. They're two separate people. Who are they?
We'll start off with Brian Peru.
Peru.
Shout out as always. He sends me memes. Man, I have to turn off the notifications. So I don't see him until like a few days will go by, but I do see them.
Okay.
We do enjoy them, bro. Keep sending that shit to me.
Pierre lives off of that shit. So if you guys have funny memes, funny videos, send them to the Instagram because Pierre lives off of that shit. And then Brian.
Scene.
And scene. All right. Shout out, Brian.
Yeah.
He listens to us when he works and shit. And I'm like, dude, I hope that he listens to us with AirPods on because I don't think that we're HR friendly. Like, don't listen to us when
you tell too much about yourself when you listen to our podcast. Yeah. People like hear our podcast and they're like, oh, fuck.
You're broken.
You're broken as fuck, bud. You like that shit? They're brothers and sisters?
They be talking about their trauma as much, whatever.
Well, he's always working. Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out Brian. All right, so we're going to wrap up the show with our new studio. If I know that you're listening and you're not watching, but
close your eyes.
The video episode will come out shortly, but we're in a new studio. We got brick background.
You know what I'm saying? Income tax came out.
Government. What are you talking about? I had to pay taxes.
I thought we said we were going to share. We did it, bitch.
No, I had to pay taxes.
This is our new setup. It's going to look nice.
This is a new setup. So we got a new studio. We got a new setup. We got new mics. We can move these shits around. And yeah, we got new tables, all kinds of shit. These new fancy chairs.
Yeah, give us some input, motherfuckers.
Yeah, what should we do? We need something in the background, but we don't know what to put in the background. So help us out. Help us out. Let us know how, what you would like to see our new setup look like. And I think that's it. That's all we got, right?
Yeah, shout out. I'm going to PR. I know I haven't said this before.
Oh, my God.
So when I come back, I got some motherfucking stories, bud. I might have some goddamn stories.
By the time this episode comes out, you're in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
You'll be there. So if anybody has any advice for Pierre, send it to the Instagram. He'll answer. All right. Again, thank you guys so much for joining the podcast. Go fuck yourselves.
Stay blessed.
Goodbye.
Hey.